So I played Overwatch competitive comp for the first time. And I could say it went well, and I could say it went bad. You know, initially when I first saw this game back in 2016, the one thing that just appealed to me are really simple things, like how bright and colorful the game is. Like my monkey brain was just like, ooh, this is flashy, this is entertaining, or just the simplicity of the gameplay and how fun it looked. Because I guess games are for fun. I've forgotten that fact. Games are meant for fun. And lastly, some of the heroes just appeal to me. Anyways, there's so much to uncover from Overwatch, like lore wise, character wise, gameplay wise, and all that. And then technical wise is something else. But I guess if I were to be introduced to this game again, I'd be like, yeah, this looks very appealing. Now, of course, I played Overwatch 1. I'm not exactly a veteran player because I played it only 4 times. First 3 times were because it was free for free weekends, because my broke ass couldn't afford it the first time. And then, you know, next thing you know, I actually buy it for 20 bucks, returned it because the queue times are about 15 minutes long. Yeah, I could not get my hero even when I did finally queue into something. So there it is, okay? This isn't so much to say that I know about this game as a new player. It's more so my experience as a new player. Because there's like a number of videos I see where it's like, oh, 4,000 hours or 5,000 hours, or even more hours on a game. But what would a veteran see if a new player told them about what they experienced? Well, here it is. Here it is. Of course, this game, you hop in, and it's such a simple game in a way. You capture something, you push something, boom, bada bop, boom, pow. And, you know, the mechanics are also quite simple. You have 3 to 4 abilities to use. Gameplay-wise, things are simple. Now, when you start getting into more competitive stuff, and you start getting more into skill-wise stuff and all that fancy jazz, yeah, that's when things start becoming a bit more like, you know, your positioning, the kind of hero you're playing and all that. That's things I've noticed that I was like, huh, yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. You take something simple, you put it in a scenario where you now have to use that simplicity into a competitive scene, and then you get players like Overwatch players. Boom. I've invested a number of hours in this game already, and I think it's actually a really fun game. Initially, when I first wanted this game, all I heard, oh, this game is bad and all the players are bad. I think I should have just paid attention to what I wanted and not really let things influence what I wanted, and not let things I'm told influence what I want, you know? So I could have been a veteran player, but I'm not mad about entering this game late. I tried it, and honestly, yeah, the simplicity of the game and the colors are still quite a prevalent fact as to why I like the thing. Lore-wise, I mean, shit, I don't necessarily read the lore, but the fact that there's so many animations and shorts posted by Overwatch or Blizzard themselves is actually really entertaining. There's so many small attributes like characters having dialogues between each other within a game, or special kill voice lines when you kill an opponent. Interesting, depending on what character you choose. I'm not really sure how many games really have that. Of course, Overwatch might not be the first, but Overwatch might not be the last, but I think it's still quite cool. In terms of competitive scenes, I mean, like I said, being introduced to this game, one of the biggest things that was still there is just the community is quite the something, quite the toxic, and I avoided competitive just because I never really played games where you're kind of bound to meet a number of shafids, but I was like, you know, let me just try it then. Let me just try competitive and see what the fuss is about, and I instantly got greeted with it. That was my first game ever. We lost. I was called out. But the thing is, this is exactly what makes the game, you know. Games like COD or games like CSGO or games like League might be possibly or more than likely a lot more toxic than this one. This one's just up there as far as I know. And you know what? I think that's in every game. At the end of the day, you know, it's there's a lot to uncover. There is a lot of negative sections of this game. You know, how there's no more loot boxes. There's no way to get, you know, skins anymore and all that. But many people have already spoken about how bad and dumb that is. So in a gameplay aspect and just out of interest in what I would see as a newer player, well, pretty cool. Of course, people will get into this game and not like it, but for those who do, this is something we can say and be like, oh, yeah, this is fire. This is cool. Maybe some veteran players can reminisce as to what they felt when they first entered this. Others will probably just tell me to uninstall it while I still can. Whatever. It's okay, though. Figured that this would be just an interesting talk with, because I've got... As you can see, I've posted a number of Overwatch stuff. My channel is a mix of a series of stuff ranging from VR game, from space game to IRL. But you know how it be. I just be doing whatever, bro. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the older players and newer players, and including me, we can all get together. Because I know there's that whole thing of like, oh, he's a new player and all this and that. You don't know shit. We don't. So teach us your ways, because this is how I was with Destiny and Destiny 2. But honestly, with that game at least, I've met so many Destiny 2 players that have put like 5,000 more hours than I did when I started, like what, 6-7 years ago. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, well that's about it. See you guys. I'm gonna be out and about. Oh my god, it's so cold. My shit literally says freeze. There's no temperature, it just says freeze.